Hey guys, Kay and R Traveling Far, and we are here in
Cuyahoga National Park in
Ohio. But we are here to tell you about Grand Canyon National Park.
Grand Canyon National Park was honestly, when we got there, my mind was completely blown. I was like, I haven't seen anything ever before like this. I'd seen all the pictures and things, but I was like, it's cool, but it's not. But we got there and it was incredibly cool. So as usual, we're gonna give you our top 5 things that we did at Grand Canyon National Park, so that if you end up ever going there, you can enjoy. But if not, well, you can enjoy them through our show. So number 5.
Number 5 was the South Rim Trail. So again, controversial right here. It is the populated trail that you just walk along the rim at the top of the canyon. So it is beautiful. It is a great way to see things. There are so many people. We felt like we were in Disneyland. There were just people everywhere. At what point we sat down to try to eat lunch, but there were just always people in front of us. It is crazy. It is great. You see a lot of things, but some of the other hikes that we did, I think you got to see the canyon much better. Still beautiful, still worth it. Also, it's mostly accessible. There are buses that can take you from different stops. You can walk across the whole thing. Most of it's paved, so that's really nice. If you cannot hike hard, it's a great way to see a lot of the canyon, but if you can hike, it gets pretty populated.
Yeah, tons of lookouts every few feet, every quarter mile at most. You'll see a stop where you can pull off and you see a different angle of the canyon. It's incredible. So definitely a highlight of our trip, but definitely also a ton of people. So as Rachel has said, in many of the other national parks, early is what you want to do if you're going to do the South Rim Trail. So that's the number 5.
Number 4.
Number 4. We loved watching the sunrise. We're not necessarily the kind of people who always wake up early, but on this trip we have become that because but I've become and I would wake Rachel up early in the morning and I'd say, let's go, and she's
and he wouldn't give me coffee either, so it was a whole adventure. But
if we had made coffee, we would have missed the sunrise. So what we did is we went to Mather Point, which is one of the most popular spots for sunrise and sunset, actually. But we went there for sunrise, and again, it wasn't a ton of people, but there was some people. And as you see the sun, it starts to pop its head out and shines right into the canyon. You see the colors start to brighten up. And what we realized as the day went on is that actually the colors become more and more vibrant as the day goes on. So in the morning, we were expecting the colors to pop really strongly as the sun comes up. But we didn't quite see that, but it was still really pretty, and we loved doing that. So that was our number 4 Mather Point sunrise spot. Number 3.
Number 3 was watching the sunset at Hopi Point. And so you have to actually take the bus to get to any of those stations, but you can get off at Hopi Point. There are, again, Grand Canyon is just one of those that there's a lot of people at. So there was a lot of people, but we got our spot. We claimed it early and got to watch the sunset. It was beautiful. It was really cool. They have buses that take you right back.
By the way, the shuttle buses are free.
They're all free, which was great.
Which was the case at every national park we've been to. So.
Awesome. But yes, so that was beautiful. Great place to watch the sunset into the canyon. Just take some time to see it. Unfortunately, there was a little bit of, I don't know if it was pollution or fog, so we couldn't see the whole thing, but it was still really beautiful. We loved it.
Yeah. So that was our number 3.
Number 2.
Number 2. Number 2 was a hike we did called Plateau Point.
On the Bright Angel Trail.
So this hike was a little over 12 miles. It took us about 7.5 hours, and it was about 3,200 feet of elevation. And so it was quite a challenge and quite long, and it was in the sun. It was hot, so make sure to wear a hat.
Everything gets hotter as you go down into the canyon.
Yes.
It's kind of crazy because there's wind on the top, but then also the sun, it gets hotter. It was just the weirdest experience because I'm used to hiking where you hike up a mountain and then you hike down. But no, think about this canyon. You do all the downhill and then you end with the uphill. And so that was a rude awakening for me, but it was a grand adventure. It was still beautiful. It's really crazy when you get to see all the different views of the canyon from below. It's really awesome.
Yeah, so this trail keeps going. We didn't go beyond Plateau Point. Plateau Point is one of the overlooks and the lookouts, and because you could keep going down to the Colorado River, which is, by the way, what really
formed this canyon.
Yeah, carved the canyon over many years. But there are signs everywhere saying, do not go down to the Colorado River and back in one day. And it has all these pictures of people throwing up and like, if you do this, you're gonna die. And people have died. So we were like, okay, let's stop at, you know, Plateau Point.
And it was beautiful.
We got to see the river from up there. We saw a helicopter tour going right over. So we like got to see what the helicopter tour people got to see, but without, you know, going on the helicopter tour. So it probably a little different, but it was awesome. And then on our hike, we got to meet two friends, two people that we got to meet on the hike. It was fun to chat with them, and they ended up taking us out to dinner afterwards, which was also really sweet. So it's fun to meet people on hikes and get to know them.
Number one, that was Cedar Ridge on South Kaibab Trail. So this is a beautiful trail. It has lots of different things that you can stop at, which actually is similar to the other one. So kind of one of the common questions is, how far are you going? So there's a really beautiful spot that you can go at 1 mile. There's a beautiful spot at 2 miles. And so we did the 2 mile one, which was the Cedar Ridge. So it was 4.5 miles total, but it was really cool.
You know, it doesn't really sound like that much, but when you think about the Grand Canyon, it's just like you go straight down for a while and then you have to come straight back up afterwards. And so when you really do the math, it's like, okay, 4.2 miles of straight up elevation the whole time, either down or up.
Don't overestimate your skills is what they always say, because it gets you into trouble.
Yeah, but we got down to the Cedar Ridge spot, and there's really like, there's one area, there's a little bathroom and whatever, but we thought that was it. But then there's like a little sneaky part if you go to the left, which nobody was there when we got there because I don't think people really saw it. But then when we went there, some people started to follow. But this little sneaky spot was one of our favorite pictures from this whole trip there. It's like you're right in the middle of the Grand Canyon, and you have all of these canyons all around you, and the colors, like we said earlier, the colors just get more and more vibrant and they pop more as the day goes on. So when we were there, it was just bright red. It was these deep caves, these caverns that are in the ground that we got to see and look at. So definitely a number one spot for us, and highly recommend.
Yep, we love the Grand Canyon. The other thing too is the stars are beautiful at night. So make sure just to, if you're ever there at night, pop your head out, take a good look, because it is absolutely gorgeous. We're so thankful. So there you go. That was Grand Canyon. We loved our adventure. It was awesome.
So as usual, if you have enjoyed following along, make sure to subscribe so you know when we're uploading a next video of our next national park. We have many more that we've done, at least 6 more coming your way, and so we would love for you to follow along. Thanks for following along, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.